Chelsea come into this match with the hopes of winning just their third match in their last 18 in the league. The Blues have only gained 12 points in that period. Before we can begin, please do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content so that you don't miss out moving forward. It's that time again! And they're coming thick and fast. With this, the first of 4 games in the next 14 days, heading towards yet another international break. Of which, after that break, as I've mentioned many times before, it's a stinker of a run of games once we return. But before then, we have Aston Villa to kick things off. Home games these days make little, if any, difference to our likelihood of winning. It's a tired old game as of late for us Chelsea fans. It truly is. But we move, as we always do. One win. One win at home in the league in our last 10. 3 in our last 15. So it's no wonder why we have absolutely no confidence coming into any fixture at the moment. As fans, as players, anyone involved with Chelsea should probably come into this thinking, not should, but would come into this thinking, where's it going to come from? Where are the goals? When's it going to happen? There is no longer a feeling of this is a win. Or this could be a win. It's become dread. The feeling is now we might lose or we may well lose. The Blues have registered just 4 home league victories in the last 18 attempts, beating Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Leeds United and Luton Town. It's such a sorry list. No offence to those teams, but that is the form, that is the level, that is the reflection of a lower league side. And frankly, we play like it. We do. We absolutely do. And frankly, we may actually be a lower league team if we continue to play like this for the next few seasons. Obviously, anomalies here and there. There's contributing factors. Injuries being the main one, but still, it's getting a bit tired now, and it really is. Even with these players, that they're on so much, and yet they still put out the same poor performances. Even though, yes, we're struck with injury woes, but these players that are coming in to make up the difference, they're just, the performances are just so poor, aren't they? Chelsea have scored 53 goals, and you're probably thinking, that's quite a lot. 53 goals in their last 50 Premier League games. Manchester City, a poor comparison, but still, Manchester City have scored 135 goals over the same period. Ironically, coming into this fixture, Chelsea's only victory last season in fixtures against teams that finished in the top half of the table was 2-0 at Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa in October of 2022. It's painful, isn't it? Mauricio Pochettino has won his last 4 matches against Aston Villa in all competitions. With that said, on the flip side is Villa. Villa have won just 1 of their past 7 Premier League away games at Burnley last month, while their only top-flight clean sheet in 10 on the road. In 10 games on the road. Guess who it came against? It was 2-0 against Chelsea on the 1st of April. Their last 5 Premier League fixtures this season, or their 5 Premier League fixtures this season, have produced 21 goals. Second only to the 22 goals in matches involving Brighton prior to this weekend. So expect a lot of goals. Or, because it's Chelsea and us Chelsea fans don't get any sort of enjoyment in games these days, absolutely none. It's going to be a 0-0 draw because of that. They've had 21 goals in 5 games that they've seen. Whether they've scored or conceded. You can bet your bottom bippy this is going to be a 0-0 draw. Because fuck us, right? Aston Villa are unbeaten in all 4 Premier League games in London under Unai Emery with 2 wins and 2 draws. Ollie Watkins has scored once in his past 12 league appearances directly following a run of 11 goals in 12, so he's going to score as well. You can bet your bottom bippy once again. And lastly, head-to-head, Aston Villa won 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, as we said, in April, and can register consecutive Premier League victories against Chelsea for the first time in 30 years. It's one of those stats coming back to haunt us. Are they going to do it? Yes, they will, but it gets worse. It really does. Aston Villa haven't managed to manage back-to-back away league. Let me start again. Aston Villa haven't managed back-to-back away league wins against Chelsea since a run of 3 games from 1930 to 1933. We're talking 90 years in the making. So you know exactly what's going to happen. Ollie Watkins is going to score. They're going to win. Simple as that. Bish, bash, bosh. Team news-wise, and Badiashile, as everyone else has seen, is now still out for maybe even longer now, as he hurt himself in training from, I think it was a hamstring, I'm not sure. Madueke returns and Cucurella is also fit, whilst Caicedo, it never ends, is still a doubt. Lineup-wise, I'm not even going to waste your time, my breath, your intelligence by explaining that we are going to be unchanged. Maybe 1 or 2 changes, but otherwise it's going to be exactly the same as it always has been. Predictions-wise, and it's what you've all been waiting for. I'm incredibly negative coming into this, in case you haven't already realised. I think that defensively, Villa have been incredibly poor. I think it was 5-1 against Newcastle on the opening day, and then 3-0 to Liverpool. So especially away from home. That said, those games did come against Newcastle on the opening day and Liverpool. So it's not like it's a freak loss. They have lost to teams that have been playing much better than they have. Can we register a shot on target even? It would be nice. It would be really nice. Frankly, I see this one, again, either being a draw or a loss. But to be safe, and with Villa's high-scoring games, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And I think a bold prediction, to say the least, because I don't see us scoring, to be honest with you. With that said, let me know your comments, let me know your predictions, down below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Remember to check me out on the byline on tomorrow for the game, and obviously the player ratings live show on here after the full-time whistle. Again, my name is Harry. Better days are coming. Up the Chelsea, and peace.